December 5th. I hope you are having a wonderful weekend. I still can't believe that this year is almost over. It's like 20 days till Christmas. Wow, pretty cool. So a couple quick things to announce before we get into the news. First and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of you who have donated to Toys for Tots. As you know, Ty and I announced a triple matching this Friday on our weekend review. That is something that means a lot to me. In a short 24-hour period, we have now exceeded $1,000. Actually, I should say you all have exceeded $1,000. Remember, you've got Ty and I matching up to the first $2,000. Again, remember, I gave you a link for Toys for Tots for the one that my mother runs up in the Central Valley. You do not have to use this one. If you donate to any Toys for Tots, just let me know the amount so that Ty and I triple match that. Again, Toys for Tots means a lot to me. I remember several Christmases in my youth where there wasn't new gifts under the tree. They were essentially hand-me-downs and the like. So again, I share my experience, I share real life. And again, I believe in good karma, and there is almost nothing better than putting a smile on a kid's face, even if it's someone you don't know. So if you want to be part of that first 2,000, donate. You can find the link in the Friday session with Ty called the weekly update, I think. So that is there. Next up, let me grab this real quick. Oh, I finally got my wrapping paper in. I am so jazzed about this. I don't know why I geek out, but my creative team took a lot of my quotes and created wrapping paper. Know your market, no alligators, time in market better than timing market, buy box, needs versus wants, one rental at a time, every day can be Saturday. All these amazing quotes. I've now started wrapping up all the gifts because, again, remember, we are doing a Christmas special. I bought a bunch of hard copy books. I'm autographing them. I'm wrapping them for you, and I'm sending those off. So I did that all yesterday. All the books will be mailed Mondays that have already bought. I got a couple left if you want to play. $75 for both hard copies, and I do have a couple more of the $25 special, which is the paperback, one rental at a time, and the notebook, do the work. So, I don't know. I'm so jazzed by it. Again, the paper comes in these little sheets. So, pretty cool. My entire Christmas is going to be made up of that wrapping paper. Probably for the rest of my life, because it's just so cool. And then lastly, I am creating a new postcard design. If you follow me on Instagram, you follow me on Facebook, you're in my group. I put it up. It's a draft. Basically, I'm turning the idea of helping 1 million into the next iteration of this. Right now, I think it says, I am 1 in a million. The reason I did that is because I want you, the receiver, to know that you are 1 in a million. So it says, I am 1 in a million. Hopefully that makes you smile when you get it. Hopefully you take a selfie. That is what the next card will look like. Again, it's a draft. I think it's pretty good. Let me know what you think. I might actually make it the thumbnail for this video. I'll try to remember to do that. So I'd love your feedback. Again, we are going to complete this challenge and then roll into the next one. Again, if the numbers work out, that means I'm going to be spending about $1 million because I got to buy the cards, I got to stamp them, all those things. So yeah, my life mission now. So we'll see what happens. Looks like Evergrande is finally starving. Again, folks, I told you this was coming. It doesn't matter about how much your net worth is, balance sheet, or your income statement. The cash flow statement is the financial statement that can crush you. And Evergrande's cash flow statement has been anemic. The oxygen or blood or whatever you want to call it that makes a company go, stopped. They stopped selling units, or at least significantly stopped. And once that happened, they were dead. The only question is really how long could they hold their breath? Their owner or founder or whatever has sold $1 billion of personal things, but they're done. You can't take any more blood from a stump. Evergrande is going to have to restructure. The only thing that could happen is the government of China could come in and save them. That does not look likely. So again, got to watch the cash flow statement. It's never talked about, but it is again the most important financial statement to understand. Also, you got to remember that Evergrande is a sign of pain in the Chinese economy. Roughly somewhere between 1/5 and 1/4 of the GDP of China has something to do with property, whether that's building, renting, selling, whatever. And as the consumer, the buyers of said apartments retreat, which they are doing right now because they feel like the best investment has become the worst, China is in some trouble, and I still believe they have a recession underway, at least the start of one. Remember, a recession is 2 quarters in a row. I think China will shrink. I also think China will report creative numbers so that it doesn't appear that way. But again, we shall see. Seen a couple of posts from Grant Cardone that got me thinking. I follow him on IG. There's some posts he talks about wealth and all of those things, but it got me thinking about the money game, right? Both my course, Get Your Money Right, and How to Get Started One Rental at a Time. And really, there's only a few basic steps. 1, live below your mean. 2, turn any extra dollars into cash flowing assets, ideally with fixed rate debt, especially today. Remember, inflation is real. Fixed rate debt is a gift. Uncle Jerome Powell has given us a gift. So use it if you can. 3, optimize your portfolio. As Dion, Matt, and I talked about earlier last week, we've all been managing our portfolio. And yes, we've had rent increases, but we've also been able to adjust the debt structure, which means more money on the bottom line. Again, everyone will have that because time in the market is better than timing the market. And then finally, repeat for a decade. I'm going to start saying that more and more, repeat for a decade. I want people to realize if you are on the one rental at a time path, I want a decade of commitment. Now, if you get done in 6 years, congratulations, you are an overachiever. I do not want to say 5 or 6 years and then people get upset when it takes them 8 to 10. So you will hear me talk about it's a decade, people. And then your goal, beat the decade. But that's what I'm thinking. There's some interesting stuff going on in the bond market that really points to fear. Monday is going to be interesting in the stock market. Are we finally cresting the risk off trade? The reason I'm saying is about $2.5 billion in cash went into 20-year treasuries last week. That is a record for a week. In addition to that, corporate debt has been shorted at a record. Interesting. So do we have a fear-based, kind of risk off trade, or is it risk on? Do you buy the dip tomorrow? It will be interesting to watch I think we have another week or two of pain, and Friday is going to be the big number. Friday, remember, we are doing an over-under at 6.2%. This is CPI, Consumer Price Index. It is the biggest number of the week. Yesterday, I believe I said I'm taking the over, and I believe I gave a number of 6.4. I'm now revising that. I now think we will have a 7. I'm calling 7.1. Again, my crystal ball is just as broken as yours, but I do believe that rent or rent equivalent will start showing up in the numbers. Food, things of that nature. Wages, I really think something freaked Powell out. Maybe he got an early peek of the data set and people started whispering in his ear, dude, get ahead of this before you get smashed. I don't know. We shall see. So again, I'm calling for 7.1. Don't know if you saw this, but it looks like Reventure Consulting put out a video yesterday that really set off the lumberjack. I did take a look at the Reventure video, and oh God, how should I say this? It was comical, I guess is the way I would say it. And Lumberjack, you did an awesome job. You could definitely tell your blood was boiling. I think you did a wonderful job. I don't know how you take a stock and suddenly declare something in the real estate market. Again, Open Door, roughly speaking, buys 15,000 homes a quarter. Even if you average that out to a year, that's 60,000. We're going to do 7.1 million homes this year. So we're talking 0.8%. And yeah, there's a bit. Anyways, I'm not. Yeah, I don't. I'm trying to avoid. I'm trying to avoid reacting to that guy's videos. Man, they're bad. Some things that are going on right now that we need to pay attention to. Again, I think we are set up to have a stagflation next year. I think next year is going to be rough for the average American. We do have mortgage bailouts expiring. We do have student loan debt payments expiring, which may lead to more stress, less spending, more inventory. I do think the mortgage forbearance ending actually will produce inventory. It will not produce a wave of foreclosures. But I do think some people are in a position where selling the home is the right financial move. So I think the forbearance ending might lead to an extra 50, maybe 75,000 homes across the country. We need 1 million. So yes, it will increase maybe 5-10%, but I do not see it being the wave that all of these channels are talking about. I got asked about negative rates yesterday if I thought they were coming. Folks, negative rates are here. So they're not coming. Negative rates are here. Yes, they're still paying roughly 1% on this or that, but inflation is 5 or 6%, and I just guessed 7.1. So I ask you, if you can borrow at 3 and the inflation is 7, what is the interest rate? Drum roll, please. -4. Negative rates are already here. They're not coming. They're here. Just wanted to put that out there. I do believe the talk around the debt ceiling, the debt limit will become hot and heavy starting very soon. Right now, they're talking about running out of money between the 21st of December and the 28th of January. It wouldn't shock me if, oh my God, suddenly it's January. I believe the Congress, the Senate, all of those folks will want to go on vacation. We need term limits. We need age limits. We need to wash the House and Senate of all the folks that are long past the retirement age. They need to go on, enjoy their hundreds of millions of dollars that they've got becoming politicians, and we need a new set of folks. So, pretty crazy stuff. Jerome Powell, the Fed president, he dropped the word transitory. I actually have been thinking about this, right? If you remember our talk about the Fed, they were repeating the sins of the 1960s. What happened? The 1960 Fed president flipped it. They made jobs more important than stable prices. Jerome Powell made this mistake about 18 months ago. I actually believe what has happened is Powell has again switched it back. I believe with Powell's declaration on Tuesday of last week about transitory word needs to be retired. It's bigger than the problem. It's longer. I believe what Powell has done without telling you and me is he's again flipped it. He went from being the job market, full employment, and stable prices, which is where he was for 18 months, and I think he's flipped it. And if that's true, he's about to get aggressive. Because what he did is he now made stable prices 1A and full employment 1B. And you can only have one priority, right? Any parent knows that. So if that's true, you can expect faster tapering. You can expect a interest rate rise by middle of next year, which, oh, by the way, I've been calling for a year now. So Jerome, thank you for watching the channel. And then lastly, I want to talk about how to get started one rental at a time, my online course that is now helping thousands of people. Wanted to tell you about what is in it, why you need to buy it now before the price goes up. What you will find for $300, $299, is a roadmap that thousands of people are on. Right? You are going to be joining a path of at least several thousand people that bought the course, and they are all on the journey to one rental at a time. I'm going to give you permission in step 1 of the course to focus and simplify. Most of the new real estate investors I talk with, most of the people that get the course are like, thank you. You have helped me simplify and focus. I call it a buy box. We beat on that very hard in the step 1. Then what you are going to realize is what I'm teaching you in the course, How to Get Started One Rental at a Time, is a skill. And because it is a skill, it has no age limit and no time limit. You can use this skill in a hot market, in a bad market, in a flipping market, in a rental market. It doesn't matter. You will be learning a skill. My course is aimed at one thing. One thing. I want you to understand what average is. Your goal for 60 or 90 days is to go, my average deal in my market is X. And then once you know average, I never, ever want you to do an average deal. Our job is to focus on doing good or great deals. But you can't do a good or great deal until you can articulate what average is. Finally, in addition to that, you get so much more. You get access to, if you want, a Facebook group with over 1,000 members who are posting wins, asking questions, networking. The group is called One Rental at a Time Works. It is only for people that are a part of the course. I do it that way because we talk about the same vocabulary. We are networking. We are growing together. It is an amazing group that is worth the cost of the course all by itself. Then, of course, the people have come along, other experts create bonus content. The bonus content all by itself, I could have created a separate course, but that's not who I am. It is just added to it, like flipping and raising private money and self-management and house hacking, and the list goes on and on and on. And then finally, the reason the cost is going up January 1st is I have a whole laundry list of brand new experts to bring you. I'm going to roll that stuff out in January after the price goes up. So you have a choice. Buy it now. Start doing the work now. Join the Facebook group now. It's winter. You're going to stay inside anyway. And then get it before I add the content and raise the price. Or buy it next year. Spend more money. It is up to you. Remember, I can show you the path. We know it works. But you must do the work. And again, I give you permission to simplify and focus. It is extremely powerful. I only want 20 minutes a day. Some of you are spending hours and getting nowhere. I can help. The Facebook group, the other 1,000 members, the other experts, they can help you too. So your choice. And yes, folks, we get the one and only Laura Morby here in about 12 minutes. I have verified with her that we are going to be talking again. So I'm so look forward to that conversation. Have a wonderful Sunday, folks. Buy the course, link below, join the group. Let's have some fun. Bye.